What's up, dudes? This one is all dirty. I just get an audio is okay. I forgot to double check it. I think I turned it on. Can you hear us loud and clear? Oh, what's up, earliest bird? How are you? I'm not doing anything special for breakfast. Just hanging out and doing my toast thing. Man. You gotta drink out of the big boo. I've got to the point where like, this mug is like twice the size of all my other mugs. So I can't drink only a little bit of tea anymore. That's just turned into a problem. So it's like the only mug I'll use. Yeah, it's been a while since you've been in. No worries or anything. I know people get busy. Hey, Barb. Hey, Electronaut. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have breakfast and then go through the photos I took on Sunday and see if any of them aren't trash. And we'll do that on the stream. Don't know if I'll do that every week, but when I have time, I'll do it. I have trying to get to the point where I can go out on a scooty trip to go do another camping trip. And I'm looking at the forecast, and it'll be okay this week, but Scooty needs to get a bunch of maintenance done before I go out, so I got to get that all sorted. But next week, it's supposed to rain like all week. So, I don't know how this is going to go. I'll figure something out. I always do, but it's just kind of like, okay. So that's the news I can report at the moment. Get a banana, get some fruit. And some fake stuff. Use bag of camping trip here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think maybe if I went north, I'd be less likely to have to deal with constant rain. So maybe instead of going to Shikoku, I'll go to Tohoku, which would be fine. I mean, whatever. An adventure is an adventure. It doesn't need to be a specific place in this case. And I don't anticipate it to be like an entirely only camping trip, but I do anticipate being out for like a couple weeks. So there's that. But regardless, I'm at a point where I have like no video to edit right now, so I gotta do something. I feel like this stuff has got an endless bottom. Like one of these bottles, I like use it every day, but I feel like it lasts like a month. It's like soy milk. Should I have an egg now or with lunch? Maybe 2 eggs. Smooth as eggs. The sea sheep never has much to say. He's mostly just judgmental. Looking at you thinking thoughts quietly. Yeah, I don't think eggs here are that expensive. I don't know. Maybe they are and I shouldn't be eating so many. I think I had 3 eggs yesterday. It's kind of getting out of control. It's probably not good for my health, right? Aren't they really high in cholesterol? Let me go ahead and add some salt. Just a dash. waiting now. I think I'm at the waiting stage, yeah. Is this real butter or is it like made of something else? Actually not sure. I know this brand. Migu Miroku. I guess, maybe. It says Miroku on it. I don't know. I have no idea. Only the yolk has cholesterol. Oh, you mean Godzilla? Look at this. Isn't this amazing? Look at this son of a bitch. His tail is like amazing. You can do some damage. He's a little dusty. Shouldn't have done that. Dude needs a scrub. And toast. Oh wait, the sheep, the T-Rex, and the sheep. T-Rex and the gerbil. Oh, you can see him. The T-Rex. Sorry, I didn't read the whole sentence. My brain just got all gerbiled up. Yeah, butter that bread, put it back in the oven, let it soak in. Yeah, actually, the Godzilla is something that I gave Katie the first time, interestingly. The Godzilla is something I gave Katie the first time I went to Hokkaido when I was hitchhiking. I found him and then I mailed her one because she likes Godzilla. And then the little gerbil fellow, that is a Naki Usagi, and I bought him and also mailed him to Katie from Shikoku. I didn't realize both of these critters lived in the kitchen, but they do. I got him while I was hiking in Hokkaido. And dropped him in the box and sent him her way. Yeah, Naki Usagi. I don't remember the name in English. This guy. Squeaks. Okay. We have got everything. Yeah, he's good. I like rode some sort of chairlift or something up a mountain in Hokkaido, and he was like being sold at the gift shop at the top of the chairlift on the side of the mountain, as one does. So I grabbed him, popped them in an envelope and sent them back. I just stirred that without the sugar in it. Give me a second here while I make a transition over to the eating area. I'll bring you guys with me though. Using a different tripod than I usually use. So let's see if this works out when I get over here, if it's the height is going to be correct or if it's going to be goofy. Do not drop the Bella box off the chair. It might be too tall. We'll see in a second when I sit down. Not sure if this light is necessary where I'm sitting now. Is it too dark? It's pretty cloudy out. It's like really rainy. So usually I get like a decent light coming out of the window. Like it's nice coming through the trees or whatever, but all right, that looks fine. I walk by thousands of little stuff figures. Calls mine. Yeah. I have the same problem. I have forgotten a little fork. Yeah. So Katie is, she's getting her eyes LASIK'd today, the laser beam in her eyes. What's today's plan? I'm just gonna be at home here for a bit, and I'm gonna go over the photos that I took on, I'm trying to figure out the best way to put this thing. Seems like it's just like a little bit too close. Let me stick it on a different tripod, because then I can just put it on the windowsill. And then I don't have to even think about it. There we go. That's nice and wide. I had you on this guy. It's kind of big. And then I'm just gonna go over the photos that I took on Sunday. Am I picking her up from her surgery? Nope. She is just going to go. She's. I've mentioned this before. A friend of ours is traveling in Southeast Asia right now. Has an apartment near where her LASIK is being done. What did she say it was going to cost? $2,500 or something? I think that's what she said. So we have a friend that's in Southeast Asia right now, and his apartment is right near her LASIK place. So she's actually just staying there tonight because it's empty. So she's just gonna stay there, and she said she's gonna sleep. I told her to message me if she needs anything. Like, I mean, it's not like I didn't offer to pick her up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, if you need me to come get you, like, I can come get you. But there really is no reason, apparently, like, according to the LASIK people. I think it does include a warranty. I'm not sure. I don't know. You'd have to ask Katie. Like, I'm not totally sure. But, I mean, she doesn't have to drive or anything, you know? She's just on the train. She has some goofy-ass things she's got to wear, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a very simple process now, apparently. It seems crazy, right? But they seem really lax about it, so. Yeah, I don't know what she's supposed to do in her sleep. Hey Trey, what's up? Nah, I'm not gonna go for it. Kind of freaks me out. I need glasses anyway. I need accessories, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not pretty enough, like, to walk around just like raw dog in the world. People need things to distract them from seeing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, get some glasses on, it helps. Put a hat on kind of helps, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not like totally against it. I mean, it's maybe at some point I'll do it, but I don't know. I'm just not. It doesn't matter to me enough to spend the money. And I don't mind wearing glasses. It doesn't bother me. Okay, like sometimes I don't like wearing glasses. Like right now, when they fog up, it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Sometimes that happens at inopportune times too. Yeah, Tohoku is like, yeah, it's super green. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do regardless. I mean, I'm just gonna go. The main objective that I have is to just go out and go on an adventure, but I bring the camping gear. I actually ordered another bag for Scooty. Should be here today, so I can load more equipment on him. When I did my Hokkaido series, things were kind of a clusterfuck, and I've got things as far as like filming and technology and stuff like way dialed in. So it's going to be a lot better in that case, but I need more room because I want to bring the streaming gear with me as well, or some of it. So, anyways, I got some more bags. I will have 2 additional bags that I didn't have on the last trip, and I should be able to bring all the same stuff. But I want to bring all my vintage lenses because I want to shoot a YouTube video or series all through vintage glass. Mostly for the challenge of it for myself, but it'll look different. It'll make it interesting looking. And I kind of want to have, I want to do a little bit more, like I want the videos to be the same in the sense of like my participation, but I also want to have a little bit more like, just like B-roll shots of like just environments. You know what I'm saying? And like, I want to try to capture some of the audio. Like if I go on a hike, I just kind of like have a little bit more air in some of the videos. So in a sense, like kind of like, it'll kind of like be doing photography, but with video, where I'm like, oh, like what would I stop and take a picture of when I'm out like streaming? I want to stop and make a video of it and then use like that with just other stuff and let the environmental sound kind of just fill everything in. Sort of like what Crid does a little bit, if you've seen his videos on our YouTube video or on our Discord channel, but in smaller and just in small chunks, like splattered into the videos. So that's kind of like my vision for like what the actual video will be like. But I don't know, I've had that vision for a long time, and every time I try to go and do it, I don't for some reason. Heard clean glasses with shaving cream is supposed to help them with stream. Oh, interesting. Hey, Euclid, dude, what's up, man? But as far as like what I'll actually do while I'm up there, I have no idea. I don't know, I don't plan stuff like that much in advance, because it's always like if I plan something, for some reason it doesn't happen, and then like there's weather, and I don't know, I'll just figure it out when I get there. Finding cool shit is the easy part. Barb, we don't own shaving cream. When was the last time you saw any evidence of me not having a beard? To the point of where a razor happened? Oh God. I know I have shaved down to my skin in Japan, but it's probably been at least 10 years. I don't think it's been closer than that. I don't shave my head with a straight razor. I have this like, hold on, I'll cut you. It's kind of cool. There's definitely, I mean, there's videos of me with no beard. I'm sure. I'm not sure, I don't know which ones, but anyway, see this thing? It's like a razor, but see how it's like curved in? So it like goes on your dome. Yeah, I just use this thing. It's pretty good. It's not amazing. I feel like maybe it's getting old too. Maybe the blades aren't as bladey as they used to be. But functionality wise, like in theory it works pretty well, but like sometimes I feel like I have to go over an area over and over and over and over now. And if your hair is like any longer than like, you know, that, you need to hit it with a regular trimmer first, just to get it as short as possible, and then use this. But yeah, this is pretty good. It's nice. They have these things in America. Here, I'm going to show you something. You guys are going to think that it's some sort of masturbation device, but I don't care what you think. Like, has this thing made its way to the States? These things. We got this thing recently. It's like a fucking... It's vibrating way more aggressively than it looks like on the camera. But it's like a muscle thing. Oh, God. Freaking amazing. Like, I'm telling you, this is not a masturbation device. I mean, I guess you could use it, but it would fucking beat the pussy up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd have bruises. There are much better, more attuned devices than this is, but like, it's unbelievable. It rattles your brains. Yeah, we got one of these things recently. We were in a pharmacy or something. They had one, like a demo one, and I was like, on Katie, and she was like, oh my God. So we picked one up. It's got all these different heads. It's like a flat head, like one of these things, and a finger and a ball. 2025 is wild, y'all. Can you imagine showing this shit to like George Washington? Oh, so they do sell them overseas. I don't know, sometimes I'm not sure like what is being marketed in what regions or whatever. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to do the technology here. I'm gonna have to call the support van people. So I think I have to open Moblin first. And then I got a long press on this thing. Stop broadcast. Screen capture started. Screen capture. Okay, give me a second here. I didn't do that right. It probably looked crazy, right? Falling down into Yeah, the prong is yeah, I don't. I think the prong is for like going along your spine. That's what I'm gonna pretend. Berries are so good. Berries and honey. Is it a name brand? I don't know. I don't think so. L8 Lilis L-I-H. What? L-I-H-I-L-I-S. That's a clusterfuck to look at. It's whatever that is, I guess. Look up Toto Falls. We'll look it up together. How about that? Yeah, I don't know. I got it on Amazon. I don't think it's of any specific importance. It was like the cheapest one that wasn't total garbage. That kind of thing. Okay, so I got to do iPad. Pip IRL. Okay, we're gonna try this again. This is gonna get nuts. This. Go live, and then we should be seeing me, hearing me, and you guys should be able to see the iPad. Top of the morning to you. Hello. I'm trying. Ahoy is what we're going for. This is Kolcha. Do I have a Japanese keyboard installed? Oh, I do. What was it? Yeah. I need swipe. I hate this. This kind of setup is terrible. How do you turn on swipe? On an iPad. I've never used Japanese on this before. Yeah, I hate typing on these things. That makes you actually pull, right? No, fuck up. Let's do it in English. In Akita. Just a bit of a map. Wow, that's pretty cool looking. Yeah, from the right direction. That looks rad. It's pretty unique looking. Is it echoing? How about now? I guess I have to remember to mute it. Thanks for yelling at me about that. I thought it saved that setting. Apparently it does not. All right, let's see. How do I close? How do I make that go away? Close image, scroll down the bottom. So these are the photos that I took when I was out streaming on, Sunday. I drove up to Chichibu on Scooty and just kind of walked around, took some photos for a few hours and then scooted back. That was the stream. This is just a photo of a test photo. The first photo is always like, is it working? It's like a traffic light or something. It's actually kind of cool. You can see the LEDs, but anyway, it's not. of any consequence. I don't feel that confident about finding any pictures in this day that I'm actually going to be super happy with, because it was just, I don't know, I never felt like I got like into, I don't know. I'm not disappointed. I'm just like struggling a little bit with like being inspired by my own photography at this point. Like just trying to find things is really difficult. When I took this picture, I thought there wasn't that much, that great of separation between the subject and the background, but it's actually got more separation than I thought. What lens was I using? I think I was on the 50 mil 1.4. Don't judge me, there's honey in here. Anyway, I kind of like that. The reason I took the picture is because this lantern has got green on it. It's kind of unusual. The backgrounds are, it's kind of fun looking, little circles, but nothing of any specific fascination. You can see that the aperture was closed down a bit more because you can see how there's like octangular shapes, like straight corners on those background bokeh blurs. They're not quite as round. Like if we went back to this photo and you see how round those are, that's opened. That's like the lens is like wide opened, and that's going to adjust the shape of the background. I don't know why I took this. I just, for some reason, caught my eye. But again, it's not something I'd keep. Couldn't quite get the lines here. Like I wanted them to be a little bit better, but I couldn't quite get them lined up in a way that was like super nice. Heard Katie getting LASIK. Yeah, hopefully Katie will like it as well. I mentioned this on stream. I'm a little concerned that she's gonna get LASIK and her vision is gonna get really good, and then she's gonna notice that I'm not maybe as handsome as she once had thought. It's a little bit of concern there. But anything for her health. Yeah, I couldn't quite get the lines here like how I wanted. It just didn't work out. Sometimes physics just doesn't work for you, or sometimes you're just not good at finding something. It's usually on the photographer, but sometimes it's not. I kind of wish I had noticed that there was a reflection down there, and maybe I could have worked that reflection into the shot. I just didn't notice the water when I was there. But again, it's nothing interesting. Just a different colored leaf caught my eye, took a picture. It's just a picture, it's nothing interesting. Stockholm Slater, yeah, maybe she is kind of locked in. She signed some papers. Yeah, exactly. Permanent beer goggles. I don't know. We should get the e-sheet. Oh shit, hold on. I'll be right back. I have something to show. Gotta go upstairs to get it though. I don't think these two have met yet. This could be a moment. So, you guys know this guy, but I don't think most of you know this fella. He's got wings. I think that's part of the lore, but I'm not totally clear on what all the lore is. Isn't that amazing? Maybe sheep and left and right around here. Where can we put him? Can you guys see him there? There we go. And then we can get Naku Usagi-san maybe involved as well. There we go. Some of us will defer the LASIK for cataract surgery. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, she went to the doctor and they were like, "This is what you need." I don't know if that's just they told her what she needed because that's what they were selling. That's possible. Did these sheep die? Yeah, I don't know. Are they angel wings? I need to get the DVD and watch it. So we'll have to figure that out at one point. Probably could stream that. Probably not going to get a copyright strike from the e-sheep people. Anyway, here's a picture of a chicken. They've got all these little statues inside of these things on the side of the road in Chichibu. And they are, it's not all Zodiac stuff. Like there's like a puppy dog and stuff. So there's like a bunch of various different things. Shot that with kind of a slow shoulder. I'd rather go for the lens replacement. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a doc. I know nothing about it. I have no opinion. Shot that with a bit of a slow shutter. You can see the blurred car in the background. It's like one of the rare cars in Japan that actually has color. Dog is on the yeah. There are. I think there's more than just the Zodiac animals. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But there's a lot of them, and there's some redundant ones. Like I think there's like a Tanuki or something, but I don't know. I'm not an expert. Missed the focus on that. That's a bummer. I just kind of like the way that looked, but I totally missed the focus at the bottom of the tree. I should have closed the aperture down a bit. I think I might have changed the lens at this point. No, it's the same. That's the same bokeh that we had before. Yeah, it's wide open. I should have closed down the aperture a little bit so that the whole tree would be in focus. Whoops. I saw this little guy. I couldn't tell. Yeah, he's a spider. That looks like a spider, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this dude's got like 11 legs. Maybe it's like legs and other stuff. He's got other gear that I'm unaware of. Barb, you want to know something scary? I have a friend who's a doctor, and they were like, everybody will get cancer if they live long enough. Like, it's just going to happen. I think that's like kind of a duh, but it's like, you know, cellular reproduction eventually fucks up, like, in everyone. So, that's fun. That album just finished. Let me find something else to put in the background that won't get us in trouble. I'm not sure actually even how loud it is. Maybe it won't matter what I listen to. If I run my mouth enough, it doesn't like yell at me about stuff. How do you go from this to anything else? It's the problem. What else is this? Yeah, dude, the boot cup is dope. Katie got me this at Universal Studios in Japan. Is this an orb weaver? Is it like a baby orb weaver? Is this what they look like before? Like, is this one going to grow and be bigger? I never thought about it. Maybe that's what they look like when they're small. We saw this little dude. It's actually kind of a cool picture. I'm not using a lens that's good at macro, but it's pretty cool how blurry everything is, but maybe just barely, maybe could have been a little sharper with the face of this bug, like a roly-poly. But it's cool that you can see the focal plane, just this like super narrow sliver. Because like not only am I down like f1.4 probably, I'm also extending the lens off of the body, and as you extend the lens off of the body, the focal plane narrows even more and more and more and gets really, really thin. The purpose of that is so you can focus closer to where you're at. Yeah, I didn't hear that, the Metallica concert. German folk music, isn't that just the dude from Knight Rider? What's his name? David something? Here's a picture, a different picture of this similar little dude. I missed the focus. He's not in focus very well. It's not too bad when you're zoomed out, but when you zoom in, it gets kind of gnarly looking. But again, you can see the super narrow focal plane like running along the edge of that little concrete thing that he's on, and everything else is blurred out. But like, I'm actually kind of surprised how bad it looked. Oh well. Off, yeah, that's right. Yeah, so it was on a ledge, and that's what caught my eye. It was like at eye level almost. So yeah, you usually don't see those. This is a weird looking kitsune. He needs a snack. So let me give this kitsune some food. But I like the one cup's blurred out in the background. It's not a good photo, but it's a fun scene. Yeah, again, I just didn't get that as sharp as I want. His nose is in focus, but his eye is not. Whoops. But he's a cool looking little statue just because of how unique he is. This was another one of those, I guess it's an orb weaver, another orb weaver. It's cool that you can see the light coming through its limbs. Just kind of shooting straight into a light source. It was like moving around because of the wind, so it was kind of hard to grab that. It's a little bit out of focus, but whatever. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to be pretty harsh on my photography from this day. I just wasn't, I knew when I came home, I was like, I don't know if that went well today. Like as far as photography, the stream was fine, but just a cool little sign. Like I get, like I talk about this all the time. I get nothing out of taking a picture of something like this. It's fun to share it. Like here's a thing, but I feel nothing from that photo. Like, I'm not like proud of myself at all, or like, yeah, I found something interesting that's like an interesting way of showing it. It just doesn't, it does nothing. It's like it's a cool picture because it's a picture. But, you know what I mean? How did I say it last week? It's like I took a photo, I didn't make a photo. I just took it. It was cloudy. I don't mind cloudy days. I like cloudy days, generally speaking, more than super harsh days. It depends on the environment I'm in, though. But yeah, it was the light was all pretty diffused. Picture of a fishy. It's really hard to focus through water like that, even when the water is super clear. What is it called? The autofocus assistant tool. I can't remember what it's called right now. Focus peaking. The focus peaking is, it kind of gets wacky with water. Like sometimes it like thinks it's focusing on the surface, and sometimes it thinks it's focusing below it and kind of bounces around. But it's a cool fishy. Oh yeah, the new background thing. That's actually running right now as well. It's a little probably harder to see, but I use the same background effect for this scene. This is kind of cool. I like this. This is the back end of a Honda Dax. He's really clean looking. I find I like pieces of automobiles and stuff more than the full thing sometimes. The Honda Dax I like the whole thing, but sometimes it's fun to just like focus in on a piece of the machine and just like kind of like appreciate the design that somebody put into it. It's cool. But again, like it's just a photo I took, it's not a photo I made. That's the logo for the Honda Dax that I didn't nail the focus on. Yeah, you can see the focal plane is like too far forward. The dog itself is a little blurry. But does a triangle mean anything? I have no idea. I don't know. Don't know if that's like stock or something the guy added. Here's some kitties at a shrine, just doing some praying. Cats at church. A little bit underexposed. The focal plane is okay. Kind of cool shape. Like it's like kind of like the flowers at the end of life. DAX, Dax. That's a Honda Dax. dude is pretty spooky looking. Got the focus on that. I was running a slow shutter to get a little bit of motion blur in the background, but the cars are going by so slow that to do it properly, I would have needed to put it on a tripod. I don't know, what did I shoot this at? 1/125th. Yeah, it's pretty slow. Any slower than that, hand holding it, like you're gonna get motion blur just from your own hands. So I think I was shooting that. It's probably still at 50 millimeters. But again, like what I really want is like a pink car to go by or something. Like all these like cars, is black and white cars in Japan. They're very boring. I like the sky here. Just took this because the sky looked cool. Just want to show the sky. Yeah, it was like it looked like it was going to rain all day, and it did not rain. Yesterday was the same way. It looked like it was going to rain all day, but it did not rain. It's kind of screwing with my head. The sign is backwards, but it's because it's a flag. It's blown the other way. Like, like this text is forwards, but these two signs, the text is backwards. It's like kind of a clusterfuck to look at. But this guy was the only photo of that. And this is me just showing, I think maybe we got a raid or something, and I was just showing, yeah, I think Sensei Martian raided us, and I was just showing how this system works. So nothing interesting there. Like this guy just like thinking thoughts. Taxis used to be cool colors here, but they've just started making them all black. A lot of Japan has turned into that, I've noticed over the last 15 years, where everything is becoming more and more drab. Like, Japan is famous for like uniformity and like everything is sort of, you know, the same unit or whatever, but it's gotten way more extreme in the time that we've been here. Just like one of the examples like I just used was like, cabs used to be differentiated, like the companies had different colors. It'd be a silver cab with like a rainbow stripe on it, or, you know, it's never extreme like it was in, like it is in like, or was, I don't know if it's like this anymore, like in Bangkok where all the cabs are like bright pink. But there used to be more of that. And like clothing here, like Uniqlo has destroyed fashion in this country. Like when we moved here, people, not always, but like when they would go out on the weekends or they'd be out at night or whatever, they wore stuff that had color to it and like looked unique, but Uniqlo's colors are all beige. And like, we've just noticed, it's probably been a decade now, but that like just fashion here is just so uninteresting compared to how it used to be. Of course you had salarymen and stuff back in the day. I'm not talking about what people wore to work. I'm talking about what they wore casually. It's just like, everything is just like, blah, like just, you know what I mean? You pour all the colors into a bucket of paint and then you mix it and you get gray. That's kind of what feels like has happened. Yeah, the little story that he's just like staring out the window. And maybe, yeah, maybe it's true globally. I don't know. This is just where we live, so it's what I notice. This is definitely on the 38 mil. God, that lens is sharp for what it is. It looks really good, like technically. This was lunch. A couple of pieces of pork. Miso pork. Little piggy dude. I see these little signs all the time. This says like putting stickers here is prohibited. It is a sticker. Sometimes I wonder if some like clever vandal just put those up or if it's actually put there by the police. Well, this is kind of nice. Kind of like the framing. The building in the background is kind of this cool looking old building, but I just was taking a picture of the flower. I like that we've got some layers happening. Like you got a foreground layer that's blurry, you've got something in focus. It's actually kind of facing you, and then the background layer is blurry. It's fine. Probably one of the better pictures I took today, or that day, so far. This is this cross-eyed cat we met. It looks fucking derpy. You should have seen it moving around and looking at me. It just looked like. The video. I'll get the video up later today. I meant to do it yesterday, but Katie and I hung out instead. Have fun, Jan. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, that's the good one. He's looking at me, but also somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's a funny kitty. I like him. Come on, internet. Yeah, this was just, I couldn't tell, like, glancing at it, was that an OK symbol or not an OK symbol? Chat said it's an OK symbol, but an old one. It was on this, like, 50cc hog. Somebody made a 50cc hog. It was crazy looking. Oh, this is kind of cool. I like the framing. I wish the building isn't super interesting itself. I love this song, by the way. But there weren't too many puddles. I don't know why in this area there were puddles. I don't remember if it did rain. I guess it did rain the night before. Yeah, it's okay. It's one of the better pictures. I won't throw that one away. I'll keep it. There's lots and lots and lots of shrines up there. Gonna go back up. There's like a pilgrim's path that you can walk up. Like, I don't know how many, at least 15 shrines. I'm gonna go back up there. And we'll do that one day just as the objective to walk around the town. I do like going to Chichibu. It's a nice area. Nothing special. Ooh, missed the focus on that. Whoops. Nothing special. Focal plane's a little bit too far. Oh, here's a good example of motion blur from your hand. Shit, I didn't notice how bad that was. So I shot that at 1/8 of a second. So I was trying to make it so that the water would have some action to it, but obviously my hand jittered a little bit because like the entire thing is out of focus. So the shutters is open long enough that like you inevitably will move a little bit and fuck up an entire shot, and that's what happened here. This is kind of cool, these rain chains that we kept seeing. Just like the colors, like really distinct red and blue. You don't usually see them painted like that. You can see some water dripping. Look at that. See the water drippers? There's like a little bit of water running through it still. Just took this picture because I wanted to ask Katie to proofread it for me. Open, close, close. I just like this building and the clouds and everything, the rustiness. That was an okay picture. This one's okay too. What I was attempting to do is there was a couple walking up the street and the goal was to get them in this mirror, but not have them be in the street. But I missed it. Like if they take, they're dead center of that mirror, but if they take one more step, then they are inside of the frame. So I was hoping to get them there, but I missed it. I just didn't get the shot. I didn't get it lined up in time. Pictochan, hello. So that's why that failed. It's like, beware of the cat. I don't know what the hell is going on. This cat over, some cat's got a reputation. But it's funny. This is okay. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I'm glad. I'm like kind of happy the way I framed it and everything. It looks kind of pleasing, I guess, but it is a little weird because your eye gets drawn a little bit in a weird direction. I kind of like that though. It doesn't always have to be like perfect. I like when your eye is like looking at the center of the frame and it goes, wait, this isn't right. You gotta find it. Something about that sometimes can be used properly. That wasn't like a great example of it, but it was an example of it. Yeah, maybe it was a cat with a gun. Just like I took this because I like the fence in the background. I was playing with this. So what's happening here is there's a piece of glass right in front of me with this symbol on it. and then traffic, of course, going by in the background. I was trying to catch like this motion blurred vehicle going by with a slow shutter, just to have something interesting. But after a few shots, I got bored, and I never got the motorbike. That's a motorbike going by. If it had been a little farther to the right in the shot, I think it would look kind of cool. Or if the blur had been long enough to have it just be streaked all the way through or something. But with it right behind that, it's just too heavy underneath that side, so it didn't work out. But as usual, I just got bored and just went, meh, went on with my day. Broken mirror. Gotta do the mirror selfies. It makes the flower look like he's moving. Yeah, a bit. Yeah, it does sort of add like a weird under effect. It's kind of hard to tell what's happening, which is okay. But it didn't quite, it's not like exciting me. You got to do a mirror selfie when you see a mirror. I think I took a few of these today actually, but nothing special. I do like how close I got in with the frame though. I missed the focus on the ducky, damn it. We've got some cool grid-like bokeh here though, because of that lens with the 4 aperture blades. So you can see these little squares in the background. I really like that. But you got to get your subject in focus. Otherwise, it doesn't matter. I like this guy back here, though. You gotta be worried about him. Bunch of little derpy dragons. Same effect with the background blur a bit. It's not so exaggerated in this particular instance, but you still see it a little bit. Yeah, yeah, there's not too much motion, but you would get maybe a little, there's a little bit of drippage there, so you do have some water motion. You'd have to have a really long exposure. Little droopy dragons, nothing special. This guy's all right, that came out okay. At least it's technically taken properly. That nipple is really in focus. I like the bow. My man. Yeah, you can see, I talk about the square aperture. You can see see how the shape of that hole in the center of the lens is square. It's because it only has 4 blades. So it's got this pretty weird background blur that it can do sometimes. And it's pretty soft. It came out like hazy almost. Oh, you know what this was? I changed to this weird little lens that I have. I bet there's light leak in the extension tube I'm using for that. Yeah, look at the center. It's like really, really hazy. I took it off after a couple shots. I need to test it at home in a controlled environment and figure out what's going on. There seems to be something wrong with the way I have it mounted. Did I get that in focus? Not really. Fuck that up. Yeah, this day I just wasn't on photography wise. Yeah, so this is another one of those statues. What the hell is this? What zodiac animal is that? Gremlin? Bear? Yeah, I don't know what it is. Cheshire Cat. I'm going to try something that might screw something up. Notice the bitrate is like super, super low right now. It shouldn't be because I'm on my home Wi-Fi. I'm on my Wi-Fi and I'm bonding with my cellular connection. It's like, why is the bitrate going so low? I'm going to turn on and off the Bella Box stream. It'll take just 1 second. I'll be right back. There we go. I don't know why it was so low, but we're back way up. It's strange. I don't know. Sometimes the Bella box doesn't like renegotiate properly. Anyway, back to the photo. Yeah, so I'm using a slow shutter. Let me see what the shutter. This train is going pretty slow, which doesn't help. So that's 1/30th of a second. So the idea here is that I am getting the focal plane set, and then again, these are manual focus lenses, so it makes it a little more difficult. And then tracking with the object as it moves. So I'm moving the camera. So that creates the background blur, but keeps the subject in focus. It's pretty damn hard to do with the manual focus lens, especially this was like 50 millimeters. I think it's the 50, it could be, it's either 50 or 28 or something, 38 or something. So anyways, this is a difficult thing. I'm still getting better at the motion of it. Yeah, that turning car kind of sucks, but you can't change. This is like the circumstances of the world. This is another, like the same train. So I'm like taking a few shots, like pop, 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 pop as I go along. It definitely got the motion effect going on. Like that's definitely happening. But the train is a little bit not sharp. And that could be on me. It could be that the focal plane is set a little bit off, but I think that's motion. But it's difficult. The reason it's difficult is because like you've got, how do I say this? You've got to calculate, oh shit, I didn't eat my banana. Damn. You've got to calculate how fast the object is moving to set your shutter in a way that's gonna like properly give the amount of background blur that you want. But you don't want to go too low because then you'll never get any sharpness out of the subject. So it's pretty difficult to do. Especially if you don't know how fast the object is going to be moving or exactly where the object is going to be. Like if it's a car or something, a train is a little easier since it's on tracks. But like a car or a motorcycle might move like within the focal plane. This is some coffee. Yeah, like taking sports photos. With race cars, race cars often follow a very tight point, like on the track. So, and also if you see the cars come by like a lot, then you can start to like learn. But like if it's just like a rando driving down the road, like every rando drives a little different, you know what I mean? And you don't get to see the repetition over and over and over of the same exact location with the same type of drivers and the same types of cars. So race car drivers, I mean, not to diminish like their skill set, but they do have that going for them. And they're also using lenses that autofocus. So they don't have to even worry about focal plane. Like they just have to make sure their aperture is in the right place so they have enough depth for the object. And then it's all they have to really concern themselves with is shutter and motion. Yeah, early birds, a lot to think about. That actually came out okay. Like as far as the photo goes, it's a photo of a waffle, but it came out okay. It was a cool little joint. Really cool vibes in there. Damn, bananas are good. I kind of actually like this. Like the lines, like the colors. Probably be cropped a little bit so it would like properly center and like rotate it just a little bit to make it like justified. But like the vine going up that, it's kind of a cool little scene. I like it. Kind of wish I had a buddy or something, somebody over here. I mean, you just guess and guess and guess until you start to understand things. Like I still guess at a bunch of things, but there's a lot of things I used to guess at that I don't guess at anymore. But yeah, that would be, like if there's a cat walking by in that frame or something, that'd be dope. I like things like this. So like there's a reflective pole that I'm taking a picture of. And then it'd be nice if there was more in the other side of the frame, of course. And the reason that I let it all be blurred out is because there's nothing interesting happening there. But if there had been something interesting happening there, I would have closed the aperture down. And then you would have had a picture of me and then also this picture over there. It would have been strange looking in maybe an interesting way. I don't know. But I just like these, like, it kind of just, when you have a reflective surface, it's got a hard edge on it like that. And you can just kind of like build a composition in a unique way. That's kind of like, what is it am I looking at? What is this? I've got a couple of pictures. I have one specific picture that's built in a way like that I really like, but took it a while ago. This cat is pissed off at me. This is just a cell phone shot, but yeah, look at that cat. Was that the last photo of the day? It was. Oh wow. Well, hamburgers. Give me a second here. I'm gonna try something here. I need to set up a trigger so I can switch to the iPod scene a little faster. I don't want to dox myself though while I do this. I don't know what it's gonna do when I type this in. Oh wait, it's still the live scene. Technology, got it. Okay, it didn't ask me to log in, which is good. Just a second. What happens when I open a photo page? Okay, cool. Hold on a second here. All right, this is all of the photo gear that I use. So I was gonna see if a photo, I've started adding on some of these things like my sample photos. So you can click on this and it'll show photos we're taking with that lens. I've started adding these in there. I don't think, yeah, I was gonna show you a photo that had like the reflection thing in it a little bit more. Just to explain what I was talking about, the photo that I liked that I took, but I don't have it in here. I don't think I have it accessible right now. I'm pretty sure that's the lens I was using, but I haven't put those up for everything yet. I don't know, maybe it's this one. I don't think so. I don't think I was using this lens that day. Yeah, nope. Okay, it's not there. No, close. Being able to stream off the iPad is dope. Okay, let's see, turn this off and do that. Yeah, I need to set up an iPad switcher so I can just like type iPad or whatever in. It's a pain for me to switch things back and forth. Okay, should be able to turn that back on and not break anything. All right, that's all I got today, actually, guys. So I'm gonna take off. I gotta finish a video, and then something. It's possible I will end up streaming, depending on like what the rest of the week looks like. Maybe I'll stream sometime, maybe tomorrow or the day after or something. Like we'll go out and do something. I'm not sure. Let me think about it. It depends on like how Katie's LASIK goes and stuff, like how she's feeling and stuff. If she needs some assistance, then I will assist. Let's see. But if you're on Patreon, keep an eye out today for, I will be putting a video up later today. Oh yeah, they changed the stream manager now, and you can't raid anymore out of the app. God, it's really, really bad that they've done this. This sucks. I'm looking for it to see if maybe it's hiding, because it's like different when you're live and when you're not live. Absolute stupidity. I used to have this like a list of people who were live that I follow, and then you could just like press a button and raid them, and it was like really slick. It was really nice, but they changed it. Like it doesn't exist anymore. Like, why would they get rid of that feature? It's like, maybe I wonder if they're going to kill rating. Like if they're going to stop that from being a thing, and it'll be like when the stream ends, it sends everybody to wherever the algorithm thinks they should go. I wonder if they're going to sunset rating, because they've hidden the feature now. Yeah, I can type it, but do you know how hard it is to type somebody's username if it's like a bunch of underscores and O's that look like zeros, and you know what I'm saying? I can start the raid, but it used to just be a list, and I click a button and boom, it would go. But like when I'm on my phone, and like there's no place to copy and paste their username from, so it's like a big pain in my ass. Like just to get to the place where I can even view who's live right now is a pain in the ass. Like I got to click like 47 things to get it to turn off being in streamer mode. Yeah, it blows. And like just my short-term memory, trying to remember how to spell people's usernames, I have to go back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to raid Takuzo, who, if I have right in my head, is a Japanese dude who does photography streams as well. And yeah, he's out doing photography right now. So he is out doing some photography in Tokyo. So yeah, he kind of does what I do. But he has a pretty small community, so you guys should follow him. He seems like a really nice guy. I've never met him in real life, but he seems really friendly. And he just seems chill. He seems like a nice guy. Yeah, thanks for hanging out. And yeah, now I can't see, there's no raid counter anymore. I can't see when the raid's going to end. Fucking wild, man. Crazy stuff. They made everything terrible. All right, guys. See you later.